A cyclone spinning in the Atlantic Ocean strengthened today to a tropical storm. The National Hurricane Center says it's headed to the East Coast. Officials are telling people who live along the shorelines in North Carolina and Virginia to prepare for a storm surge.
In this video on Weather Damage News, we bring you the latest updates on Tropical Storm Ophelia, which made landfall near Emerald Isle, North Carolina. The storm brought heavy rain, strong winds, and coastal flooding, affecting areas well beyond its center. As of Saturday afternoon, approximately 42,000 homes and businesses remain without power across North Carolina and Virginia, with up to 70,000 initially affected. The storm surge in coastal North Carolina reached over 3 feet, leading to roadways being submerged in water. In a dramatic rescue operation, 5 people were saved from a boat anchored in rough waters near Cape Lookout, North Carolina. States of emergency were declared in Virginia, North Carolina, and Maryland, with 2 MLB games postponed due to the storm. Although Ophelia initially had sustained winds of 70 miles per hour upon landfall, by 2 p.m., maximum sustained winds decreased to around 45 miles per hour. However, tropical storm force winds extended up to 320 miles from the storm's core. The National Hurricane Center predicted further weakening as Ophelia moves inland, but power outages could persist as it affects more areas. Ophelia's path takes it across eastern North Carolina, southeastern Virginia, and the Delmarva Peninsula. The storm's extensive rain shield has already caused heavy rainfall across the mid-Atlantic, including Virginia, Maryland, Delaware, New Jersey, and New York. Coastal areas in North Carolina experienced the most significant impacts, with storm surge flooding, high winds, and rain causing treacherous conditions. Some areas saw water levels rise significantly, with reports of flooding in Washington, North Carolina, and New Bern.
The North Carolina coast up into Virginia, up to the Delaware coast is where we see tropical storm warnings that are now in effect, are going to remain in effect for the next day or so. And then here's a look at that storm surge. So the worst of it is where you see the yellow here. So stretching up the northern 2/3 of the Carolina coast up into Virginia, that's where we could be dealing with up to 4 feet of storm surge. And this is a look at exactly where Ophelia is right now. So I want to put this in perspective. We're saying tropical storm, and yes, that is its status, but it has maximum sustained winds of 70 miles per hour. Category 1 hurricanes start at 74 miles per hour, so this is just below.
Other mid-Atlantic states could see 2 to 4 inches of rain, while southern New York through southern New England may experience 1 to 3 inches of rain. Storm surge of up to 5 feet is possible in some coastal areas, particularly in inlets and rivers from Surf City, North Carolina, to the Virginia Tidewater. Ophelia also poses a risk of dangerous surf and rip currents along the East Coast throughout the weekend, with tropical storm force wind gusts affecting a wide area. These winds could down trees and power lines, and there's a possibility of tornadoes in parts of the coastal mid-Atlantic and North Carolina. While there have been reports of downed trees, no major road closures have been reported in North Carolina. Governors in North Carolina, Virginia, and Maryland declared states of emergency, leading to event cancellations and the suspension of the North Carolina ferry system. As climate change continues, hurricanes like Ophelia may become more common, expanding their reach into mid-latitude regions and posing greater risks to coastal communities. Several airlines have issued travel advisories due to potential flight delays along the East Coast caused by severe weather. In summary, Tropical Storm Ophelia made landfall with significant impacts, including heavy rain, strong winds, and coastal flooding across the East Coast. Residents in affected areas should remain vigilant and follow safety guidelines to minimize risks during this storm. Don't forget to subscribe and leave a comment down below. Thanks for watching.